one of the Bro Show. So glad that you guys are here. Whether you're listening to us here in the local area or somewhere around the world, we're coming to you live. I'm Greg T. That's Jamie. What's up, bro?
Let's go, bro. We got the most entertaining New Jersey podcast in the world.
Absolutely. Jamie, tell everybody. I mean, amazing that you're going to kick this show off with these two amazing guests. Usually on the first episode of your podcast, you're kind of like in somebody's garage, maybe in somebody's basement, holding a microphone. Look at the studio. It's absolutely gorgeous. And on top of it, the first two guests right out of the chute are stars. Tell them.
So I wanted to interview my buddy Frankie Edgar and my boy Kurt Pellegrino.
Yeah.
We have a lot of New Jersey history here. We're both, we're all three of us are Region 6 wrestlers. There's a lot of love with my friends, and I just thought, like, just for any fan or any person of New Jersey, these are just conversations that are going to be just interesting and funny, and we're all Jersey people. We're all just so hopefully we get a lot of laughs and we get to hear some stories you otherwise would never ever hear.
Yeah, I think that's always the good part about doing podcasts is that you get somebody in like an intimate setting, and there's no telling what you're going to get out of them, and of course that them already. That makes it that's even easier, And we're talking about two legends, absolute legends in the business.
Yeah, I'm lucky to be their friend. I mean, I love like just being able to call them and talk to them. It's like really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I'm sure that a lot of people are probably sitting there saying, "How did these two get together to do a podcast?" Jay, tell them what happened.
So I was actually kind of nervous that I was doing this on my own, and because I'm like, well, I'm not a radio person. I for the longest time, people have told me to do a podcast, and I'm like, I don't really have anything to say.
Right.
And as like time goes on, I'm seeing more and more podcasts. I'm seeing the content. I'm seeing like, people really do want to tune in to what I have to say, or people want to listen. So I was like, okay, like let's do it. So I got in touch with Eric at this studio.
This place is insane. It's really amazing.
We set it up, and then you called. And I was like, hey, why don't you come on to the show?
Yeah.
My Jen, my executive assistant Jen's very relieved. My wife is relieved. Everybody's really.
He's safe, ladies. He's safe.
So
He's safe.
We're not going to do like a traditional interview one-on-one podcast. We're going to do like a group setting. So you being the co-host isn't weird. It's not like it's a 2-on-1. It's kind of like you never know who's going to be here. So
our two guests today. So how far back do you go with those two guys?
Well, Kurt beat my ass in 2004 in the
Wait,
wrestling.
legit?
Yeah, legit. Yeah, he beat me up.
How was that?
Not like he didn't punch me. We were wrestling. So I used to wrestle at Sure Thing, and it was open mat on Sundays. Sundays like open mats, and just he came in and just destroyed me. And so I go back with Kurt like 20 years. And Frankie was one of my first like famous customer, like one of my first celebrity clients, and he helped blow me up. So I've been friend with Frankie for like 11 or like 11 years.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Now, does Kurt know that you're going to talk to him about him kicking your ass?
Yeah. I mean, he might not, but when we reunited on the phone, I was cooking for him for a while, and I told him the story at Sure Thing. It was like pretty funny, The thing that's funniest about it is I didn't know who he was, but he was like top 3, top 5 in the world at that time at 155, which is like the most competitive weight class there is in fighting. And this dude just destroyed me. And
and now he's a living legend.
Yeah.
I mean, that's incredible.
But I had no idea who he was. So that encounter haunted me forever. I thought just some random guy off the street came in there and did that to me. So
this is going to be great. It really is. A friend of mine said, he goes, so let me get this straight. You guys are just kicking off the show today, and you've already got two living legends as your guest.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, Jamie, you know how he does it. Like, he's not going little. And then same thing. And I was joking with my buddy today, and I'm like, usually, you sit there and you go, all right, I got a microphone. I went over to Best Buy. I grabbed this thing. We start. And I'm like, you got to see the studio that he put together.
Yeah.
Hats off to you, man. Really.
It's Eric.
You did a great job.
Yeah.
You did a great job.
I love this place. Yeah. So I'm so excited to bring the show to you guys.
Awesome.
And tune in.
Yeah, let's do it. I love it. All right, guys, we're taking our first quick break, and when we get back, our guests will be on the show, and we're ready to roll. This is the Bro Show. Eat Clean Bro. They deliver fresh, healthy, chef-prepared meals right to your door. So whether you're into bodybuilding or weight loss or just trying to eat better without the hassle of cooking, Eat Clean Bro has got a ton of options for you. Gluten-free options, high-protein options, chicken parm with sweet potato mash, buffalo chicken, mac and cheese, turkey meatballs and pasta, teriyaki salmon with jasmine rice, and Eat Clean Bro delivers within 24 hours in New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania area. So if you're looking to try it out or you want help picking some meals that match your goals, head over to eatcleanbro.com right now. Eat Clean Bro. That's where to go.
Where to go.
All right, Jamie, so this is it. Our very first guest on our first episode. This is incredible. Jamie, take it away. Tell everybody who we got here.
Yeah, T. I can't be more excited to introduce my homeboy, Frankie Edgar.
Yes.
And Kurt Pellegrino.
One man clapping. Clapping. There we go.
We got some New Jersey legends in the house. And as you may or may not know, I'm a Region 6 wrestler, baby. Not many successful wrestlers come out of Freehold Borough. They didn't even know that was a high school when I made it to the bracket. But you know what? Shout out to Region 6. And, you know, maybe we'll just kick this off with wrestling because that's kind of how.
Original Region 6.
Yeah, the original
OG.
Region 6.
Not this,
Yeah.
I don't want to like
down.
Since we're mentioning Region 6, I am MVP of Region 6.
You got the
MVP.
You got the
That was
MVP.
a big deal.
Frank, did you
I
get
was
it?
super pumped for that.
Yeah, huh?
You got it.
No, I got the district MVP my senior year.
That 24 was a tough one too, though, dude. You were 24.
Yeah,
district.
Yeah.
That was all the Toms Rivers, right? Toms Rivers,
Toms
Southern.
Rivers, Southern.
Wow.
I'm from East Brunswick. How'd they do?
We would fucking murder you.
East Brunswick was not known to be a wrestling high school.
No, they were tough.
maybe the chess team.
Isn't Jim Norton from East Brunswick?
There he is.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. When I was on my way down here, I was trying to think about it. I'm like, man, how do you get started just becoming like a UFC fighter? It's kind of like you don't wake up one day and go, hey, I'm going to do this. I mean, were you just kicking the shit out of kids in high school and then you're like, maybe I could fight?
Well, let me just say, wrestling is the gateway drug to MMA. And just so everyone knows, me and Kurt go way back, and you know, Kurt doesn't remember this, but I on Sure Thing Wrestling, shout out to Vinny Santinello. Kurt one day came in to the wrestling room on an open mat on Sunday and gave me the beating of a lifetime.
Was it a wrestling beating?
Yeah,
or was it like
this
you
is the
came
thing.
in to help me do rounds?
So giving noogies and checking your oil.
That was a good question, Kurt. So
It's a good one.
Could be.
now, when I think back to the nightmare, right? So like Khabib always, people don't understand how scary it is to not be able to get up, dude. It's like being waterboarded. So as a wrestler, you always felt good, right? Like on your feet, if you're losing on your feet, you know, if I just get this guy down, I'm going to fuck him up. But when you're a wrestler and you can't get up, I mean, what Kurt was doing to me, I wrestled, you guys know the guys I wrestled with. They would fuck me up, but I never got fucked up like Kurt fucked me up. I mean, he did this knee pick to me where on my feet, he hit me with it was a knee pick. You had the underhook knee pick, dude. My feet got launched.
The George St. Pierre.
The George St. Pierre.
When he was taking down Matt
Hughes. And the thing is, dude, I knew it was coming.
He watched it that weekend.
Yeah.
Practice.
Yeah. I was like, boop, boop, boop. And dude, the second he pulled and my foot went, I knew the second I'm like, fuck, it's coming. And then he launched me, bro. My feet are coming up, and he's coming down on me with the elbow somehow. I'm still trying to understand the body mechanics like 20 years later. And it was just like, it was a wrestling beating, and it was a wrestling match. He didn't punch me or kick me. But everything he did, Frank, like they said don't bang the table, but everything he did, there was an elbow on some part of my body.
Oh, bro.
That was like, it was really painful. It was.
I couldn't get into wrestling because I didn't want to get pinned down. I'm like, and I think he's right, you know, like to feel like you can't move,
but
like that is incredible. I couldn't do it.
And then
I wish I remembered that.
I know you were top 5, top 3 in the world.
Did I feel super strong?
Dude, yeah, you felt like, honestly, if I could go back in time and pick between that wrestling match or just getting hit by a fucking dump truck, I'd be like, I think the dump truck.
Dump truck.
I was getting run over. He felt like he was 500 pounds. But the worst part, at the end of the day, I didn't know who he was. So for years, I was haunted by who the fuck was that guy?
Garbage man. Who was that garbage man?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like,
He's like, yo, who's that dude with no fucking teeth that just beat me up?
Who the fuck was that Jack dude with the tattoos who just fucked me up so bad? Like,
wow.
Like, I remember Billy Scott would come by. Remember Billy?
Yeah.
He would fuck me up, but it was like, you just can't move and you can't escape. And then, you know, Dan O'Cone would fuck me up. Gene would fuck me up. Dan Roy would fuck me up. There was no shortage of people who would go around and just fuck me up, but no one ever beat my ass like you, man. Like, bad. Like,
what about you guys? You guys ever get your asses beat? Come on, for real. Like, there had to be somebody where you're scarred by it. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I got fucked up by that guy.
I mean, I definitely every single loss.
Okay, fair enough.
That's for sure.
Fair enough.
Like Frankie said, but I remember I went down to ATT and Hermes Franco ended up being going with him at the end. I remember. I remember when I first moved there, like the initiation, because I beat so many of black belts that were training there, not in fighting but in jiu-jitsu. And I remember going with Hermes, and we were punching and kicking with no takedowns. And dude, he wasn't great at anything, but he was just good at everything, kind of a deal. And he chopped my leg, and I was like, that fucking hurt. And I wasn't like good at blocking. I went there to learn all that, and then bam, did it again. And now you're kind of like, lifting your leg up a little bit because you don't know what's coming. Boom. And I'm like, now I think he's just picking on me, because now like I'm being turned around and I'm trying to punch with him. Bam, kicks me again. And now I'm like I'm frantic and I'm scared now. I'm getting beat up. Kicks me again. I fall down. I'm like laying on my back, and I turn. He's kicking me. I'm like, yo, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I'm not like a guy like Frank. If somebody did that to you in practice when you were training, you're gonna get up and take it. You're gonna fight them. Yeah. But there was a whole slew of them. You couldn't do it. I'm in this huge facility, and I'm literally like, what is he doing? I get up, bam, 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 and I train. I teach in Jupiter, Florida, where his gym was.
Right.
The next morning we have 10 a.m. practice just for our group of guys. And there's no way I was going there. I showed up limping, and he's like, hey, white boy, you made it. And I was like, putting my gloves on, you rotten motherfucker. You'll never keep me out of here, bro. I'm from Jersey. I tightened it, put my mouthpiece in. I'm like, let's do it again.
Hey, shout out to your gym. What gym is it?
Pellegrino Martial Arts.
Nice.
In Manasquan, New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah. It's going well.
Good for you, man. That's great. I mean, look, you took what you did, and you're teaching it, passing it on to young guys that are trying to up and come, and to learn from a professional like you, a superstar. I think that's a legend. I mean, I think it's pretty amazing.
And dude, Manasquan's a great town.
Yeah,
it's a really great.
It's been
town.
real nice. Everyone's been real nice there so far.
Bro, a committed pig in Manasquan's fire. Right?
Yeah, they do a good job too.
Right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of good spots in Manasquan, and
Do you
it's
go
such
there,
a nice town.
Frank?
I've been quite a few times.
Bro, you come through Point Pleasant. Don't give me a Bojangles Jangle, man.
No, it was where were they? They had the summer league for wrestling, for high school wrestling at Manasquan High School. So I would go watch my kid, and then I go eat there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Summer league.
Like remember we used to do it at South. Did you do it at South when we were kids? Used to be at Toms River South.
I don't
the Jersey Shore Summer League.
No, I never did it.
No,
I never did it.
I want to know. I want to know about like your kids, because you guys are coaching. Your kids are both animals. So, for example,
they're all right.
Bro, they're all right.
Yeah, like
whenever I would watch Frankie fight, dude, I would get so stressed out. I would get nauseous. You get that feeling when your kid's out there?
Yeah, it's
because you don't get that feeling.
I get a sweat spot right here. You'll see me every tournament or dual meet. I'll have a nice little red wet spot right here always.
I don't even really get nervous no more, because my son's so hot and cold.
You don't know what's showing up.
Like, we were just at Virginia Beach Nationals, bro. He was icing people, and then he went to the kid that ended up taking second. He literally just didn't wrestle. He came off the mat, and he's like, I just kind of held back, and I was like, it's all cool, because I don't get involved no more. I am now the cheerleader. That's what I do.
That's great.
I'm the cheerleading.
You're not
dad.
coaching. You don't coach him.
I don't coach Kurt at all.
Really?
If I have to, because there's no one there. But I'm not like, I don't motivate him. I don't tell him. Like, I'm like, you have your job. You know what you're doing, and you have to do it. And it's working. And he did. He went 5-2 and was a match out of the blood round. And then 2 weeks before in the States, he didn't do well at all. And I think he should have took at least second. And he just didn't do well. But like, it was probably my fault, because like, I think I get into his head.
But do you think you need to be on him more then?
No, I need to be off him.
Less.
Yeah.
So I was off. I mean, I'm not even on him. Like, our parents were on us.
Yeah.
He could never handle my dad.
Oh yeah.
Like, my dad.
I'm still not good enough.
Yeah. Listen, dude. I don't even think I was ever good in front of my dad.
Yeah. Well, I love when my dad would be there. But yeah, no.
It's just easier to stand back and just, like, I hold Mike. He was wrestling. We didn't have coaches. I'm like, pressure. Keep the pressure. That's it.
I've been doing that a lot more too. You know, I mean, next year he's in high school, so we're not gonna be able to coach him in high school unless I get on the staff over there somehow. But you know.
Yeah,
but
I
for
like
the most
not
part, in
doing
college you can't do that. So
Yeah,
they
I like not
got
doing
used to it. So this year I've been doing less and less. Like at State's, probably barely coaching them. I let.
Dude,
Steve,
I don't want to do any of it. I literally don't want to do any of it.
Have you guys talked to your sons about, living with the pressure of trying to reach the pinnacles that you guys have reached already? Do you think that plays a little part in their minds?
I'm sure. You know.
I mean, their dad is Frankie Edgar and Kurt Pellegrino, so
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
But I tell them it's your journey. I
Right.
had my journey. I don't, and that's that's the thing. Like, there's a lot of wrestling dads that that make their kids do some crazy shit over and over, and these kids get good. Don't get me wrong. I didn't go that approach. It has to be your pursuit. You know what I mean? Because eventually I'm not going to be there to push you, and you have to push yourself. So what? It's a lot of those kids that get driven so much. As soon as they get freedom of their own, they're like, I don't want to do this. I want him to want to do it.
The part that gets me so mad when he wrestles, the only part that I hate that when he loses is when he loses, they think they beat me.
Oh, yeah.
And especially with Frankie,
yeah,
right? Like,
yeah.
then they're like celebrating.
Right.
I'm like, yo, bitch,
Yeah.
you didn't beat me.
Yeah.
Right.
You beat my kid.
Right.
Right. Like, if you want that smoke, me and your dad can go on the
Yeah.
mat and we can.
Whoa!
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
I could tell you that dad doesn't want it. I can
But
tell
that's
you
the part I
firsthand.
hate the most about it. That's why I try to for the Virginia Beach. I stood so far back. Like I had other coaches coaching him, and the ones that he was winning, I wasn't even speaking to him. I just sat there like this.
That's great. I like yelling at the ref and stuff. I could be like a dad like that. You can yell at the ref as a dad so much more than you can yell at a ref as a coach.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. So I was yelling at the ref
Yeah.
at Wildwood. I was yelling at the ref, and Kurt goes over to me. He's like, "Stop!" And I'm like, "Dude, I'm fighting for you. Do you not want me to fight for you?" He's like, "Cause the dad's gonna say something, and you're gonna fucking beat him up." I'm like, "Lucky you."
Yo, speaking of that, bro, fucking that shit with Knox was out of control. I was so upset when they tried to ban him from states,
Yeah.
and
that's
that thankfully
a bunch of
they made
Karens,
it
bro.
happen.
My thing is this, like, all right, I'm glad it all worked out, right? He got his fourth title, this and that. And I do agree with the people that were saying that there needs to be some consequences, this and that, and there does, right? I don't know if letting him not wrestle for the fourth state title would have been it, but okay, I get that. But no one talked about the consequences of people running their effing mouth.
Yeah.
Right.
Like why do they not get held
Bro,
accountable?
and the things they were saying.
yeah, the things they were saying and who they were in the community too, from what you
Right.
hear. These are former cops or current cops. Like, dude, get the
And they were telling the
Try not to curse. Try
the
to-
on
No, you
duty
can curse.
cops.
Doing all
This
right.
is the bro show. You can
Yeah,
curse.
right.
They were telling the police officers that were there on duty that this was going on, and they're saying racial slurs, all that stuff,
right.
and
nothing
nothing
Disregarded.
happened.
And for everybody that doesn't know exactly what we're talking about the situation at St. John Vianney with the state wrestler that's just amazing.
It was in Collinswood,
Yeah,
but
Knox,
with
yeah,
that team.
That's
yeah,
what I meant.
yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah, no, and
Dude, to do what Knox did is, dude, it's hard. I mean,
oh, bro.
and for them to just try to take it away. And another thing, like,
Pathetic.
you don't as a business owner and like pro athletes, and obviously you've been a public figure, like, dude, there is just no law that protects people. Like, I always tell people this, like when I would do security, I'd be like, it's not illegal to be a fucking asshole. Like, and like you could push all the buttons. And I wish there was just some way, like, hey, look, if you provoke violence and get it, it's like fair.
You
like
deserve it. Yeah.
I
so
agree.
it's like if you provoke it and then you get it, like it's almost like you want to be the lion and then
Careful
you want to
what
be
you
the,
wish for.
Yeah, then you want to be the possum, like
That's
a
great.
possum. Like
Yep.
you want to be the tough guy and then you want to fall. Like fights break out sometimes in wrestling, like hockey too. Like this isn't basketball.
It's combat sport.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
like,
it
you
was at one of the Mawas at Tom's River. This dude was just losing his mind, and it was, and I look over and Renee's in this dude's face, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
So I walked over because I didn't see Frankie, and I just,
Yeah.
I'd hope he'd do the same for me. Of course
Yeah.
he would, right? Any of us would. And I went up to the guy. I'm like, yo, you're barking up the worst tree ever right now.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? I go,
Yeah.
this is Tom's River East. This is Frankie Edgar's gym,
Yo.
dude. And you're yelling at his wife, bro. If I was you, I would stop right now.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a big problem
Yeah.
on your hands, big one. And then I saw you, and I went to get you, and then they escalated him out of there. But he was like, and Renee was like, "Come on!" I was like, "Come back, she's so
Yeah,
tough."
that's
She's
what,
nuts.
dude. The wrestling community is so tight knit, and you know everybody. And like, there's just some people like, look at a Dan O'Cone, bro. That dude just looks like a regular guy, bro. He will fucking launch literally probably 100% of the population, like right into the cement wall. Like, dude, he will fucking mack you.
I got something coming for him.
Wow,
you don't know. I mean, he does know. And I talk.
But tell me a guy. He's so unassuming. But that dude is dangerous.
He's a big boy, dude.
Bro, Dan O'Cone is he's like, he looks like with a t-shirt on. He doesn't look scary.
What?
He doesn't look like.
Well, listen.
I know he's scary,
a young man.
He fucked me up too.
I took beatings. I used to put my head on the wall, like leaning on the side of the wall, and he'd come over and stuff my head right through the sheetrock and be like, "Curtis, you want to wrestle?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
Him and Mean Gene Hanneman did that to me all day.
Let's go find these kids right now. Let's just go roll.
No, they're still bad. No, they're still tough. That's the problem. They're still real tough.
Dan's my black belt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's not then. I'll just watch.
No.
He's a black belt in judo too, right?
Oh yeah.
He's great at judo, right?
Black belt wrestling.
Yeah. But I you hear that song like "Time is on my side."
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah. So whenever we roll, I sing that to him. And I smash him.
Oh wow.
Because the beatings I took, and I'm like, he's like, and he keeps saying to me, he's like, "I'm gonna catch up." I'm like, "Nah, I have too many years in jiu-jitsu, man.
Yeah.
It's like me trying to beat you in wrestling.
Yeah.
Just not gonna happen. Too many years, you just got it. You got it above me."
It's so hard to believe that knowing how good that you guys are, and how elite, that you actually got your ass kicked at one point or another.
That's how we got it.
Henzo Gracie, you got to be the nail before you're the hammer.
Oh yeah, that's how it happens.
And dude, he's the man, bro. The shit that keeps happening with like random people trying to rob him and stuff all the time. It's just so funny.
It's just funny that it happens to him.
It is.
Because
like,
as it's happening, he's probably like, "No, man, you want to do this?" And
he's the nicest dude in the world. Too.
I love him.
Well, that is like the intro to my next thing. We're like tough guys, right? Like all the biggest killers I know are like the nicest people ever. Like Frankie or Kurt, right?
I'm pretty impressed. I mean, I thought maybe you guys were coming here ready to start breaking shit, But you guys seem like a nice guy. Like we can hold hands and walk through a park.
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
So, Frank, you just opened up your jiu-jitsu school. We did the grand opening, man. I was making cheeseburgers.
Killed it.
Did you get one of those cheeseburgers?
Dude, I did not. Everyone was raving about it. I was so busy. Bro.
Isn't that the worst when the order
that brisket was good. The brisket was good. Though.
Let's do another one of those, bro. When's the next UFC event, man? We'll do a fucking daytime.
Yeah.
We'll bust it out. What's killing it in the business, dude? Is it the kids classes?
Kids, adults, everything. We're growing. I mean, it's still new. I mean, Kurt's been how long? You been open? 15 years.
Way long. Shit. Jeez. My God.
20-something years, right?
At least.
Yeah.
I was in Belmar before I left for COVID. 17 years, I would say. 17 years in Jersey teaching.
But no. In 2005, you had a school.
Yeah, 2000. Yeah.
So that was at least 20 years ago.
So after you got done beating my ass, you went and opened a school.
Yeah. I mean, I was teaching before you came to my gym.
Came that 1 week. And I remember. I was like,
he called me up.
He
called me.
Yeah. I came home from school. One day I wanted to fight. Like I was Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
I think I went to one of your fights.
You did in the
with Damien. Yeah. Damon Hahn, right? We all went. Yeah,
yes.
Fight.
What happened to him?
I think Eddie fought too. I think Chris fought too.
Yeah, that was
before
USA,
I even knew
USA versus Japan.
Yeah, I didn't know either. I knew you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, So then I went back home. Went back to college. Came home, and I called him right away. And I'm like, I want to fight. He's like, what? He's like, bro, I'm leaving in a week. He's like, you can come and train for a week. I'm like, all right. Yeah. So I showed up, and I ended up staying there with the guy that took it over.
Oh
wow.
Yeah.
Is there any underground fighting rings that we don't know about that you guys know about? I mean, you see that shit in the movies all the time.
My first fight was a unsanctioned fight.
It was
smokers.
Yeah,
really?
Smokers. Yeah, smokers. Yeah.
Wow. So there's no rules in that.
No rules. There was no weigh-in. There was no doctors.
Yeah.
I was wearing gloves that were soaking wet from the whole week of training in them.
Wow.
That's my first fight had no gloves.
Incredible.
And my locker room was a one-stall bathroom with no door on it. And only people that could go in it were the guys that were on deck. So I'd go in there and some dude from the bar is taking a shit. I'm like...
Where was this?
Springfield, Massachusetts.
Wow. Oh, man.
Gosh.
Like, it was brutal. And then they were like, whatever you do, you can't jump. I'm like, can't jump. And like, well, you could jump, Kurt, because you're a midget. But like, if you're 6 foot, you can't jump because you'll hit the ceiling of the bar. And I'm like, man, what I got myself? I was so scared. I was like, I want to go home. I want to go home. I want to go home. But guy's taking his shit. I'm trying to warm up.
Yeah.
And so I just went outside and just got some air and just ran around the bar a couple times. But it was like fighting. I hated fighting. I didn't like fighting at all.
How is that possible?
Frankie likes it.
I did.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like fight. I like the competition of the fight. I don't like fighting.
I get it.
I liked fighting.
Yeah, I know. You're a sick man.
Right.
But so Kurt, you were like you just love to win, right? Like you just love the
I like
feeling
the
of winning.
competition.
Yeah.
To be honest, I really loved it.
That's but like fighting, but winning is the best part of fighting.
Yeah. I if I could have done it, if I could have finished my career at wrestling, if I had half a brain, I would have probably went into tried the Olympics, or if I was good enough, or tried a coaching job. I don't think I ever would have went into fighting. I really people tried to fight me all the time in bars. I'd be like, nah, you win.
Yeah.
And I just walk away.
Well, you
I mean, I've definitely
kill 'em.
smashed a lot of people in bars because I had no choice because my face just pissed people off. But we have one of those punchable
I don't know.
faces.
I remember that face, Greg, and I got to tell you, it's the last fucking face I would want to, the tattoos, the fucking cauliflower ear. I don't know who's dumb enough to want to fuck with that face.
You're
lot of
right.
people.
If you know, you know. But that's a good point because only you know what you're going to do to somebody, and there are a lot of crazies out there. So somebody bumps into you and they think it's your fault and they want to start something with you. Do you does it trigger you? Hey, I really can't do this because this guy has no clue who I am, and I'm going to hurt him bad.
I don't know. I think that all depends on the situation, to be honest with you. I'm going to fight. If we're there and someone your size comes up and hits me, I'm not going to back down.
So you don't
not if they hit you, hell no.
No, if they push me or call me a name or something, I'm we can do
So we're out. We're having a good time, right? The four of us are all out. Somebody bumps into you, maybe, and he's drunk. He says something to your wife, whatever. Now you're getting pissed off. So now what?
He got hit already. So he said something to my wife. He got hit already.
Right?
Susie will.
No, you can't. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Right, you're
Frankie's
gonna lay
joking.
him out. There's no question. So do you have to bring it down and?
I just tell
say,
them. I usually tell the person who doesn't want to, who thinks they want to beat me up. I'm just listen.
Right.
Me and you just walk outside alone.
That's the way to do it.
And then when me and you go outside, I guarantee you, I'll be the one that comes inside.
Wow, dude. Yeah. I would think you got to tell him ahead of time, or maybe his friends. Yo, listen,
I think what really so obviously once I got close with Frankie, people would be like, the thing that just drives me crazy, Kurt, is the people that will say oh, I could take Frankie in a street fight, I could fucking kill him, right? Kurt, the levels to the game that you guys are on, that I was on, I know the level you guys were on because I got fucking massacred by people like you. But I also know the amount of people I massacred and really brutalized bad, which was pretty much mostly everyone.
Yeah.
Except for the elites, right? The national champions.
There's a level.
Those were the guys that would fucking destroy me. And then some of the D1 guys would kill me. But I was a kid in high school, so you get killed by D1 guys when you're in high school. And this whole idea with tough guys that they think that somehow in a street fight they're gonna have this magical opportunity to connect.
Red, bro. I see red.
Yeah,
I see red.
The fact that they think that is a fucking possibility.
If they get the chance to kick you in the balls, then you're going down. That's the end of it.
If I've been kicked in the balls so many times, I'm not even gonna feel it.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? People kick me in the nuts. I'm like, you good? I'm like, good.
Frank, what do you have to say to somebody like that who just thinks that they just think they have this chance that they're
Sign
gonna
a
get
waiver. Sign a waiver.
Oh my God.
I usually, to be honest with you,
1214 Route 37 East Toms River.
Oh my
Sign a waiver.
you got if you get
Sign a waiver.
my whole thing too, and I'm sure it's with if we do go outside and I'm not gonna stop. That's my problem, right?
Oh.
I'm not gonna. If we fight outside, could you imagine what that would look like? We're fighting for real.
Yeah.
This isn't a fucking
bullshit,
game.
yeah.
I'm not throwing. I'm going to hurt you for real.
Stop
I'm
it.
not just gonna take you down. I'm gonna break something in your face. I'm gonna try.
I thought you were gonna break something in my face 20 years ago.
Oh jeez.
No,
Wow.
I'm joking.
I was on fire that day.
Yo, dude. Yeah, it was actually beautiful. I was on the receiving end of it, but it was like ballet and poetry, all harmony, with me and my body flying all over the place. Obviously, I'm so fucking excited to be here with you guys. You're fucking legends. We're all wrestlers. Region 6.
Well, just the three of you. I played soccer.
Oh, okay.
That's as crazy as I got.
You guys are coaching kids. You guys have made it. You guys have your own gym. One of the things with me is like it never felt like I worked a day in my life, even on like bad days when I have to fire people I love and stuff, which is always the worst part of business. But you guys have pretty much, we've all done the same thing, right? We lived our dream, we paid our dues, we got our asses kicked, but like we kept going, we never gave up. Like what is like some advice to like up and coming guys like Frank, you could start, and then like for somebody pursuing any passion or just something that like maybe something somebody wouldn't know about Frankie with like the wrestling, the fighting, then the gyms, the school, you got your own podcast, now you're coaching your kids. Like you've made the things you love and the things you love doing every day a part of your income, right? And that for me is the ultimate success, because you live like you live a free life, right? You're with your kids, you're in your community, you get to rock and do you every single day. You don't have to put a fucking suit on and smile and work with people you hate. Like for people listening, you know, that is truly the American dream at this point. Like do what you love to do and find a way to teach it and make a living doing it. So it's a big question, man, but
yeah, no, I'm grateful every day. I don't wear shoes to work. You know what I'm saying? Like we're barefoot all day. I can't call that work. You know what I'm saying? And I did do the plumbing. I was a plumber for 2 years. I did college. I did all that stuff. So yeah, no, I am living, and you know, I got to live out I was a big Rocky guy. You know what I mean? I got to live out a movie.
Yeah.
You know, in the fight game. So to be able to do this now and give back and still be on the mats and still do what I love every day is it's priceless. It is.
Doesn't feel like work.
It doesn't feel like work. No, I mean, you definitely, dude. Kurt will tell you,
you're definitely working.
You're working. Like when I leave there, bro, I'm spent. You know what I mean? Like Tuesday, Thursdays, I do like 4 classes in a row, and like, bro, I give myself to these people. You know what I mean? I'm giving my energy. So by the end of the day, I should be spent. You know what I mean? I don't want to go through the motions, and I want to make sure that I'm putting my all into it. You know, and that's kind of why I waited so long to open a school. Until I was done fighting. You know, I think I could have done it earlier, but I knew I wanted to wait and just put my all into it, you know, because I didn't want to have half the game and fight and half the game in my school, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I was happy to see that part of your career and see you do that, and that's why I think anybody living in Toms River, even like they should shoot over to that school, because they're getting you, dude. They're not just getting your fucking name. It's not a licensing deal. That's your fucking gym.
Yeah, no,
you know,
for sure.
Like you're there, your kids are there.
It's fun.
Same thing with you, Kurt. Right? Like that's your fucking school.
I don't think I've worked a day in my life, but I think I've worked every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like going to the gym. I like watching people train. It's something I like to do. I like seeing how good I can make people if they really want to go. I think the biggest problem, I'm sure Frankie's gonna be running into it a lot, is everyone thinks that they can do what I did because they see me in the gym. Right, like if I was a student of Frankie, I'd be like, bro, I can do what Frankie did. He did it, but they don't understand that Frankie's 1 out of like 3 million, right? To be able to do that, it probably even more. I'm 1 out of 3 million. He's probably 1 out of 10 fucking thousand million, right? But the thing is, they get that false hope. They don't understand all the sacrifices that he made within his family, with his parents, his kids, his wife, his cousins, how many birthday parties, funerals he could have missed, how many things that, you know, not eating this certain way, not being able to do this. Like, and then when you go out there and the students, they don't get those same results. Well, I'm like, well, what did you sacrifice? Like, I almost missed my first daughter's birth, and the doctor laughed at us. And I'm like, I'm not fucking kidding. I'm leaving on Tuesday. So if you don't induce her this week, she'll be delivering my firstborn. You know what I mean? Like those are and I was committed to the craft of what I wanted. And I think that if people want to have that success, I don't think you have to be that extreme, but
no, you do.
I mean,
that's the dark side of
sitting
success.
next to a guy who won the UFC championship belt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
you do.
How many sacrifices
he
had?
You gotta be crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a part of that's like the part of, you know, success people don't want to talk about. Like I always tell people, dude, and they say in order to be successful, you got to want it more than you want to breathe. And in 2013, if they were like, Jamie, in order to get eClean Bro to where it is today, you have to take this knife and put it through your skull, I would have fucking, you know,
would have
like,
thought about it.
No, I would have done it. Like I there was nothing like, dude, I would fucking die. There's like this political shit around like how intense and how extreme you got to be to get to that level. Now I'm not like condoning trying to fucking die, but like you have to push yourself to that point where you're like, yo, I'm going to die. Like you have to truly push yourself, like with fighting too, right? Like you guys pushed yourself to that level where you're like, yo, I might fucking die. Like when that fucking Tyson, was it, who got that fucking knee bar on you where your first fight?
Tyson Griffin.
Tyson Griffin. That was disgusting. I almost fucking barfed. But Frank was like, yeah, I have to rip my fucking leg off, right? Like that was what you said about that fight. You're like, I'm winning. And if he breaks my fucking leg off, like I won the fight. Like I gotta fucking have a floppy leg for 30 more seconds.
That's funny because when I fought Joe Stevenson, he ended up winning that fight, and then we grappled each other in a grappler's quest years, like probably like 7 years after that fight, and I was winning, and I was on top, and he did a bottom side knee bar. I never even seen that before, so I had no idea, and all of a sudden my knee's breaking, and I was like, oh my God. And I let it break.
Oh my God.
And in the match, you could see me laughing hysterically. And he's like, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Keep going. It's already popped it. I got surgery a month later. I choked him out, which was great though. So,
with one leg?
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's just the difference. You know what I mean? To like what Frankie did. And I wish I would have been more disciplined in my fight with him and the ones that I've lost too, a little bit more focused. I wasn't as focused, you know what I mean? In that match there, when you lose one, you don't want to lose again.
Right.
So like you had it, like fucking break it, and that's what he did. There's no way I was tapping.
Jeez.
So I just let my knee. I was like, it's a big bone, you know. He just tore a couple of things in it. Hence, I have a fake knee, a fully replaced knee.
Oh my.
But that's what I was excited for with this episode. Was like. I didn't like start a podcast to fuck around. Like if people want to tune in and because like these are the conversations I get to be a part of that like people like I get to be fucking friends with Kurt and Frankie and I get to hear shit that's fucking funny and cool.
Right.
I want that's part of the show. Like share this shit because
I hear you.
That's some fucking cool shit, man. I mean, it's gross. I would have tapped.
I was too late. He had it and it got real tight. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. And then I felt the pressure. I'm like, bro, if I tap to him now,
mine popped. It popped once. I'm like, it popped
once. Yeah, that's what I said.
So it popped a couple more times, but I was able to wiggle it past the ball. I'm like, all right.
It's exactly right. Yeah.
Like,
what is wrong? This is not real. It's not normal.
That's how. Listen, I was in the New York Open for the Nogi Pan Am Finals. And I had the guy was in turtle, and I had a seatbelt on him, and I'd never seen it. He's from England, and he had my wrist.
Cow hoofed you?
I was like, I don't like that. And then he rolled, and when he rolled, I was like, oh shit, pop, 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 pop. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking kill this guy now.
Was it broken?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
He snapped that thing fast, but it was just a hand.
Yeah. It's just a hand.
And like Frankie said, like it's too like how many times did you like I broke my hands in fighting, right? And once you hit it and it breaks, what are you gonna stop fighting?
So you're fighting with a broken wrist?
I had a shattered hand with Joe in the third punch. I didn't fight for a year trying to fix my hand.
So it's like you're racing and your right tire just blows. You got to just
keep going.
Yeah, you got to adjust the steering wheel, I guess.
Got 4 of them.
What? Yeah. What? Like so.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Jesus, watch one of Frankie's fights. This kid was I think Frankie, personally, without kissing his ass, is the best UFC fighter I've seen and the best New Jersey fighter that will ever come out of the state of New Jersey will always be Frankie.
Yeah, I agree.
Dude, look what you've done in your life. Look at your fights with like Gray Maynard. Jesus Christ. Your first fight with Tyson Griffin. That was like, they set you up to like lose that fight.
They did.
You came in there and beat his fucking ass. And I'm like, bitch.
Yeah.
That's how it was supposed to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you going to count someone like from us out? Yeah. Dude, no, we're gritty as shit. But Frankie had the biggest chip, in my opinion, because everyone's like, oh, he's this, he's that. And Frankie's like, I'm coming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why I loved watching him fight. When you retired, I'm like, sport's going to change forever.
Yeah. It did for me. And I just wanted to thank you, bro. I was like, UFC just isn't the same, man. I remember flying to your fights, dude. It was like the most fucking fun ever, man. Like,
well, back then when we fought, it was way different.
It was so fun.
They were like special.
I think so. Dude, you were like,
there's too much. Yeah,
we were so famous at one time. You go to these fights now, and Francis fights, Marshall, and you go to those fights, they don't even know who you are. I can walk through a crowd when George Sullivan was fighting in Chicago. I'd walk through the crowd, and I was been retired. I couldn't even walk through the crowd.
Yeah.
Now I could walk through. No one would, but if they see you, you might get mobbed, right? You'll probably get mobbed way more than I was. But like these guys can go through the crowd. If you're not like the top 2 main guys on the card.
Because there's so many of them.
So many of them.
That's why.
No, it's crazy.
I think, though, what I'm learning, like from your story, Jamie, and from you guys, is that no matter who's watching or who's listening to this right now, and whatever field that they're in, it is to get to that level, whatever level you're shooting for, it's don't stop. You got to go, no matter what. Broken leg, broken fist, broken hands. Jamie wants to put the knife through his head. You don't stop. You just got to go and keep on going till you get to that level.
Yeah, it's almost like you're like the
You
Men in Black, where like there's that little thing in your head that's just driving the body. Like you got to just drive
Right.
past your breaking point. But back to like your hand, dude. Like,
Unreal.
like Frank, I remember I was at your house before the Chad Mendez fight, and dude, you walked through your fucking garage door, your old house, and you're like, oh, like, and I was like, oh fuck, like I never seen Frank hurt. Like you had your hip was like starting to rip, and I'm like, oh fuck. And at that point, I think Chad was at like the height, like you fought him at his prime.
Yeah.
And I remember I left. I called my dad. I'm like, fuck, Dad. Like I would always worry about you.
Like, yeah, put some money on Chad. Dad.
No, no, never. But I was like,
That's crazy.
fuck. And then, like, I don't know, bro. Were they doing like cortisone, like right in your hips?
Dude,
Like,
they did
how
it
many
right above my piece of deal, bro. Like no lie, like literally, like this is that right there.
Oh, my.
It's
all the way
close.
to my
bro,
groin.
talk about the spinal taps, dude. And you guys, they would get spinal tapped with awake with no, and they'd be like, yo, don't move. Bam. Tell them about,
Come on, man.
The epidural.
dude.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
way.
Dude.
Legit?
Kurt, you too, right? You're like, yeah, I'll be like Frankie, and you're like, yeah.
So I went. You got did you ever get a PICC line?
Well, PICC lines. No, where they give you the
So
automatic.
yeah, an
Like
IV.
IV. Yeah.
So
Nah,
I had
don't know.
surgery on my knee, and I ended up like not doing well and got infections, whatever. And then I went to and that same day that I got the surgery, I had to go to the hospital to get a PICC line because I had MRSA through my body. So the doctor goes, he's like, listen, if you don't get the PICC line in you or to get the surgery, this is the day before the surgery, like you're gonna die or we're gonna have to cut your leg off.
Fuck.
And I was like, I'd rather die. And he's like, what? And my wife was like, he's not kidding. Like
Yeah, rather die or your leg.
no, I'd
Yeah.
rather die.
Then put a PICC line in.
No, they cut my
rather
leg
die
off.
or the leg. Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah.
But just put the PICC line in. We can avoid all that.
But I had to get,
Yeah.
but I had to get the surgery the next day, and then the PICC line.
Oh.
Or he's like, oh, it's not gonna work. Like you're gonna be alive. Like I was slowly dying. My blood cell count was bad, and I got the surgery. I was all pissed off. I drove, and then I got to the hospital. They put a PICC line, and they're like, hey, do you want us to kind of like put you on a little bit, twilight you? And I'm like, no, I'm good. They're like, well, we're gonna put that in your vein and like stab it into your heart. I'm like, I'm good. You can do it.
Oh,
I just stood there and took it, and one of the nurses was like, oh, I know Frankie Edgar had something like this done. I'm like, if he can do it, I can fucking do it.
Hey, isn't that like a HIPAA violation? Come on, lady.
Yeah, actually,
I swear to God.
hey, it actually is.
Wow.
You could be entitled to compensation.
Unreal, man.
I was like, I'm
Unreal.
in. I was just sitting there. I'm like, if he fucking do it, I'll do it too. I'm like, well, this fucking hurts.
Hell yeah.
Wow. Wow.
So he did like bioaccelerator down in Medellin.
Medellin.
And I gotta tell you, if I'm going to Colombia, dude, it's not for a wellness trip. It's a fucking problem.
Yeah.
I'm not going there. They'll just keep me out of Colombia. But they did all that fucking shit to you. You weren't out, bro. I'm like,
What they do to you?
They did the stem cells.
I got stem cells in both hands, my neck, my shoulder, and both hips.
Yeah, your hips. I feel like, bro, your hip, bro. Come on, that's
No,
like,
get my hip done again.
His needle was that long.
yeah,
bro.
bro. Come on,
Get
they
my
gotta
hip
push
done
you under
again.
for
You know,
that.
wait a minute. What do you mean?
I got it done. I had my labrum teared off my.
Oh yeah. I thought you
So-
said yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
so I'm going back
for just a labrum again.
Well, they don't think it's the labrum that I had. He's like, congratulations, you're like the 2% of the world that would need the surgery.
Wow.
And I'm like, come on. He's like, you just have so much scar tissue that built around all the anchors and the labrum stuff that we did. So he's like, we have to go in there and scrape
Not a
that out.
replacement though.
No, thank God. I just don't want one, and I have 3 of them.
I mean, you guys are like machines at this point. You're half machine. That's unreal. Tell me about your neck. What'd they do to your neck?
Just a stem cell shot in it.
Does it feel
Yeah.
so much better?
It did, and then it's been bugging me since September. And now recently it started feeling a little better.
What about if I get it in my hip?
Honestly, I think for that.
Will it work?
I think it will help for that.
Because I just can't go through it anymore.
For that,
I'm so much pain all the time.
For that, I think it will help. But
my boy,
arthritis.
My boy
I don't know
AJ
if it
does
help
stem
with
cell
arthritis.
shots.
Does he?
Yeah.
I was wondering about that because with the neck, like I have an issue as well.
Yeah,
so
integrated.
That's right. I just went and got IVs yesterday.
So you went, with AJ.
Yeah.
We got to show AJ some love. So me and my wife, we went and we did the stem cell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome. I can't
Really?
wait to go back. Yeah. It's supposed to be really good for like your vascular system too. So like obviously we're all into like health and wellness, dude, and like ultimately you got to watch like your blood. Your blood's very important, and your cardiovascular, all these things, the way it works. The stem cells are very good for you. Yeah. Just in short.
Yeah,
I know that wasn't too like.
No. I've got issues with my neck, so I'm fused. I'm all titanium. My C2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is all titanium, and I still have so much pain. Yeah. And I do think about that, and I read a little bit about it. I don't know much about it. I don't claim to know anything about it, but so I wanted to pick your brain on that.
Yeah, no, I've had stem cells several times. My shoulder, I get it over and over again. I've had it in both hands, had it in my groin, my hip. Yeah, so I've had it a bunch, and definitely I feel like for my shoulder's been a mess since 2017, and it's keeping me out of the operating room.
Really?
Can you lift your arm?
And I'm like, that's why it sounds good.
Oh. What happened? Did you like a rotator cuff tear? Or?
It's arthritis, I think.
Yes, it's arthritis. Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the fake shoulder thing's a real. That's a real one, man.
Yeah,
I got a fully replaced shoulder.
I don't want to do that.
What do they do?
They cut your humerus head off and they put the little ball on it.
It wasn't funny either.
Yeah.
Wow.
Frankie was showing me pictures. So you had your hip replaced, and he was, oh man, Frank, you guys are fucking different animals.
They really are. Absolutely. Jamie, I was thinking the same exact thing. Like, this is not, to me, not normal. I can't even.
That's why I love hanging out with these guys.
Holy
Because you
cow.
get like, you have like, you just get to talk and hear fucking the craziest shit.
I can only imagine what a good Friday night just all fucked up is, like with these guys telling stories and just nonstop. Oh
dude,
my God.
it's a good time.
I can only imagine.
So it's summertime. Summertime's coming up.
Yeah.
We're all like, I'm from a little town called Lawrence Harbor. It's in Old Bridge. I grew up fucking fishing, crabbing every day. Kurt, I heard you're a big fisher. How do you like fishing or crabbing, dude? What's your thing?
I'm a big fisherman.
Yeah.
I have a Hobie kayak. I like to think I'm some sort of a professional,
Really?
but I'm not. But I love fluke fishing, striper fishing.
They eat the best, man.
Yeah.
And the striped bass are fucking great. I love them.
I'm like semi-amateur.
But dude,
You gotta come. I got 2 kayaks, bro. You gotta come out with me. It's the greatest time ever.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah,
and
come.
And the thing with the striped bass, man, they're like, you could keep the fish. It's got to be like 29.5 to fucking 32. Like, bro,
little ones are good for the sauce. That's what my grandma used to say.
Yeah, but Kurt, tell me the striped bass thing, right? It's in New Jersey only. You could catch them in it's like New Jersey does these fucking things with like
The regulations for them are crazy.
It is.
Right.
And for fluke too, the fluke fishing was such a pain in the ass. The one year it was
the measurements. Tell them the
Yeah,
measurements.
the fluke you could have 2 fish under from 17 to 18. They can't go above it. So if you take one that's 18.5, that's now your big one.
So you can only get one
above 18.
One above 18, and then you can't get anything.
17 and 18.
So is that 3 total? The
3
18.5, and then you can get like a 18 and a 17 and 3/4. You
Yes.
do that.
So
Can you see how fucked up? Like
I
people are going to jail.
Right, it's ridiculous.
Dude, I was fishing with this dude. I was out there fishing, and this dude, it was on a kayak. This dude was keeping fluke no bigger than this. I mean, smaller than this. And I'm like, yo, guy, you just putting them in a bag?
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck Biden. I'm like,
Oh man.
that's what he said to me.
That's
And I was like, well, I don't even know what that fucking means. He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you one of them? I'm like,
He thought
whoa,
you were a
whoa.
lib.
Yeah, I'm like, no. Like, I voted for Trump. I swear to
Yeah.
God. I go,
Well-
but he goes, they ain't gonna tell me what I can eat, but I'm feeding my family. I go,
Actually,
but
they
you have
can.
little
Yeah.
fish like
Yeah.
this, dude. They're
You're
gonna
not feeding
They're
nobody.
gonna arrest you big time. They're gonna fucking arrest you.
Yes.
And they're gonna hit you with so many fines. You're out of
fucked.
your
Right.
fucking mind.
Yeah. Don't fuck with them.
And he had probably like 30 of them.
Oh, you're getting a big. Remember I told you about the porta potty story with the lobsters?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Bro, I ordered a porta potty for a Memorial
Was
Day
the
party.
fine more or less? Was it less than 50,000?
It was like 2 guys like you. They both got hit with 40 G's each.
Wow.
And I was next to them.
Lobster pots?
Yeah, they were doing commercial lobster because off
They
the
were
coast.
stealing
Like,
lobster pots?
I don't know if they were fucking doing something with baby lobsters, and the fucking judge hammered them, and they didn't bat an eye. Like they probably knew they were doing something bad, but My buddy, I grew up on the beach, dude. So I grew up fishing, crabbing every fucking day. Every day I was crabbing. And also with crabs, dude, keeping the little ones a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
you don't want to fucking eat them. But you see that, like, people coming from out of town, they fucking keep everything. And you're like, dude, like, what are you even doing with that? Like, what are you doing with that? Like, you're not going to eat that. You know what I mean? But Frank.
I do it on the canal. I fish the canal.
Which one?
Point Pleasant.
Oh, cool.
So I'll be on the canal. I know if people are like keeping like the little small like togs or blackfish, whatever you want to call them, and like I'll walk by and I'll see them little. I can reach my hand. Right in the canal. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, what are you gonna do?
Right. Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Because like if you keep stealing these things, there's gonna be thousands of these people here. They're gonna be constantly checking people's bags. Like I just want to come here and fish. I don't want to be harassed by the police. Like, hey, let me see what's your regulations. Let me see your license. You're the reason for this, asshole.
Right.
So like, I'm gonna fucking call the cops right now, or just dump that bucket out right now, because I don't want this shit.
Yeah.
I fish here.
Yeah.
I live in this town.
Right.
I fish here almost every night.
Yep.
Like I don't need you. Like, you have a striped bass this big. You know that's not a keeper. Now it's dead.
Yeah.
Like, and then if these guys come here, like, they're just gonna ruin it.
What's your favorite season?
I like fluke season. I like the summer. Fish on the kayak, because like I go out to like Raritan Bay in the coldest months, like on the water, freezing.
Yeah.
Like, and if you fall off in there, you're fucking.
Well, like bluefish. You don't like fucking up some bluefish? Those are usually pretty out of control.
I will fish for bluefish, because they're fun to fish for. But like,
you don't eat those.
I have a certain amount. No, fuck no. I have a certain amount of plugs that I use. That like I rip the barb off, that little sharp part on the end, so they can like dehook themselves. Or they're like tanks.
Yeah.
And they'll bite your finger right off.
Right.
So on my kayak, it gets a little nuts because they don't stop moving. So like you have to either hit them in the head with a stick or
you're right.
Or just like hold it.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass.
That's how my uncle taught me how to fillet them. Right. Take them the tail, whack their head on the rock, like. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, respect for Jersey and the good fish that we have.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Everybody goes everywhere else. They frown upon Jersey.
It was just a hobby because it's either fighting or wrestling. So I'm like, I'm gonna get into fishing.
Well, we all grew up on a beach, right?
That's right.
So like you're in Toms River, you're in Point Pleasant. I was in Lawrence Harbor, which wasn't exactly a resort area. No one's on vacation in Lawrence Harbor, man.
No.
You know what's funny, dude? My water got condemned because back in the day, all the factories would fucking dump lead, and the lead is by the soil, so it's like lead contaminated ground in the water. So like the crabs and everything, I'm like, fuck, man, I'm poisoning myself as a kid just eating all
Do you
those.
eat crabs? You guys eat Frankie eat
Of
crabs?
course.
Fucking
No,
love
so
them.
when you here's the thing I don't understand about crabs. I like crabs.
Yeah.
My little guy loves seafood and crabs. Like, Dad, can I get some crabs? I'm
Yeah.
like, Jimmy, chill the fuck out.
crabs.
Where am I gonna
gotta
find a
have 'em, gotta
fucking
have 'em.
crab around here? But like when you season the crab in the shell, how does it get to the meat? Is that
That's
a
a
dumb
good
question?
So
That's a good question.
yeah, so
I see
basically,
it all the time.
That's
What are you
brilliant.
licking the fucking
so
shell?
what I do,
Think about
dude,
that.
I clean them, right? So I get them, put them in the ice, put them to sleep, rip all their guts out, and then when I steam them, I lather them up with like Old Bay, and then I'll make like an Old Bay butter, and I'll just like drizzle the seasoned butter all over it. So dude, when you're fucking biting into the shells, man, it's just in
there you
there.
go.
You bite into the shells?
Dude, I'm a fucking animal. Yeah,
I'm starving.
yeah.
I'm starving.
I want to come over for that.
I'll do
oh
it.
my God.
Like Jesus.
We used to
Yeah.
do. Well, I don't know. Somebody did. I remember we get like the whole newspaper on it.
Yeah. That's how we do it. That's how this house does it too. We're like, my dad's like,
Yeah, right. It's all
he's
over
like,
the
dig
place.
in, boys.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck.
It's the best. Oh, dude, yeah, the shells are glistening with the butter. It's the fucking
But the
best.
meat tastes like that?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, a little
listen,
bit.
man. I think at this point, like,
Yeah.
I want to see you bite through the shell. Though. I want to watch that. I want to
Yeah,
know,
like-
hear about that. Oh my
know,
God. Oh my
Like the
God.
back
Big Frank
leg
just
out.
eats the whole rib cage.
yeah, just like
Eats the rib cage.
sucking the meat right out of the shell.
Damn it.
Wow.
But you're crabbing all the time with your kids.
We go crabbing. Yeah, that's something we definitely do.
Me and my boy, we get the we're in the kayak or whatever. It's like a canoe with the battery operate. You don't need so you don't need a like a boater's license if it's battery powered.
Yep.
And we just buzz around Keyport right on the pilings.
We got a boat now. We didn't have it in the water last year. We're gonna put it in this year though.
Oh yeah.
Not a big one, but we're gonna
No, you don't
crave
need a
off.
big one.
Nah, it's
You just get
perfect.
something to start.
Dude, I barely go. I fill it up once and I don't even fill it up again.
Wow.
We go. "Rrr," we go stock it. "Rrr," come back.
You're good.
We don't really go nowhere. I'll take them tubing a little bit.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun. Dude, your posts about your daughter, bro, I didn't comment on it because I'm like, bro, the internet's. But dude, that was so funny. You're like, yeah, congratulations, my daughter won, even though like she doesn't train hard. Dude, do you remember that post?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm thinking. So like living in Frankie's house.
Yeah.
When you go to Frankie's house, there's the fucking dog. How's your dog doing?
It's good.
Bro, he's got this it's Biggie, right? Biggie. He's this fucking just jacked pit, like standing there. The kids are fucking freaking out. And I'm just thinking like, bro, just growing up in Frankie's house is pretty high level wrestling camp, right? Like his son Tino wakes up Christmas morning, opens everyone's fucking gifts, and like it's like he goes, it's just the funniest. Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, bro, you gotta listen.
him.
You're not fucking safe Christmas morning at Frankie's house. So when he's like, V, great job, even though you didn't train. I'm thinking, bro, her whole life has been like training for wrestling.
Oh
like,
man,
her brother, her dog.
Man.
I mean, it's just the whole environment is it's like fucking Dagestan for scholastic wrestling.
You gotta survive.
I'm gonna send Jimmy over there.
Yeah.
Do you take your kids fishing?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Kurt's actually real good. The black fisherman, real good. Like, cause that's an art to catch those little fuckers.
Is there anybody failing at anything in your house? I mean,
all
with
the
you
time.
as dad, I would imagine that, right? Everybody's succeeding. It's like there is no failure in this house.
No,
Nobody fails.
Yeah, he's not that good yet on the kayak because you gotta learn how to like navigate.
I mean, what's he doing? Let's go. He's got to be gold medal kayaker.
I
Let's
told
go.
him that. I told him we go out fishing and he's like, Dad, I'm over here. I'm like, fucking stay over there.
Bro, you know, I had to do the challenge for the Ultimate Fighter. It was against BJ Penn. I'm like, they did the coaches challenge. Bro, it was kayak races. I'm like, bro, this dude's discovered his island on a kayak. You know what I'm saying? That's how they discovered Hawaii. They went on kayaks and discovered an island. I said, bro, this guy lived on a kayak.
You gotta listen, Frank. You gotta let him win something. All right, you beat him 3 times. In that
I was
last
going,
fight,
look, we were going straight. I was like, I got this. I was like, I got this. I was just going hard as hell. You know what I mean?
He was just pacing.
Then we hit the turn, and I'm like, the turn. He's like, I keep going like this. Like, what the hell? He's like, dude, this dude had reverse on it. I go, bro, you got a reverse button on this.
You gotta let him win something, Frank. I mean.
Yeah,
you gotta let him. You gotta throw him a bone. Throw BJ a bone.
No, I mean, dude, it was 10 G's. He won too.
Wow,
did he really?
Yeah,
not bad.
Cash. But hey, what's next for you guys? What's on the horizon?
Yeah, we got.
I just seen the new menu drop. The new items drop.
We got the new menu. We're always making new stuff.
You guys are, man. You guys kill it.
It's hard because people if you're not feeding people new shit, man, they just they fall off.
Yeah.
So we got to feed them new stuff.
Like, how does that work? Like, who comes up with a new recipe?
The thing is with Eat Clean Bro, man, is we're just kind of trying to take what's hot, what people like, essentially just everyday food, clean it up, right? Like spaghetti and meatballs, chicken parm, lo mein, fucking tacos. Like, how do we take something people like to eat and just make it cleaner? Because the whole idea of Eat Clean Bro, essentially, the American diet's really fucking bad. Okay, so like if you eat bad 100% of the time, you're fucking killing yourself. Now, if Eat Clean Bro, if you could like mix it up, you're gonna eat like shit on the weekend, but like throw some better meals in there during the week, right? I'm not recommending anyone eat Clean Bro, breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Buy all my shit. I'm saying like, yo, use Eat Clean Bro as a crutch.
Great supplement too.
Yeah, like Eat Clean Bro is like a supplement for like busy people who work. Like, yo, use this a couple times a week, cook at home a couple times a week, and then go to the fucking steakhouse and get the pizzeria, live your fucking life. Like, don't like some people, and I appreciate the business, but like when people are like buying 30 meals a week and like they're like fucking Eat Clean Bro forever, I'm like, dude, you're eventually, because, at some point,
they're going
to burn out. And that's what happened to me too. Like, I can't eat sweet potatoes anymore because when I was bodybuilding, that's all I fucking ate. I could taste it because I know what to look for when I'm making the sweet potatoes, but I'm like, I would never, and I used to love sweet potatoes. Same thing with like oatmeal, like those like, oatmeal, sweet potatoes. Those are some things that like, I ate so much of it. I'm like, I can't even look at it. Like, and that's what I don't want that to happen at Eat Clean Bro. Like I always tell people, I want to make a penny off you 1,000,000 times. And everybody's cool with me making a penny, right? No one
cares.
Like, I want to provide value. I want to be there. I want people to spend their money, feel good about it. I don't want anyone to ever feel like, oh, Jamie got me. And I want people to feel like, yo, that was a real value. And that's what I look to do. Like I look to just get thousands and thousands of little wins every week. And like that's what we do. So like my margin kind of sucks, but the volume is so insane.
You helped me out big time when I was struggling with weight because of my my knee. Like I couldn't walk, couldn't move around, and I called you guys and talked to you and kind of gave you my thing. I was like 250 pounds.
Yeah.
And I couldn't lose weight. I couldn't walk. I mean, walking around my block was a big deal. Like, I couldn't make it 10 minutes trick-or-treating just to show how bad my knee was.
Yeah.
And then you guys gave me all that food, and I was eating it. It was easy. It was accessible. Like, I didn't have to, like, think about nothing. It was just right there, delivered at my doorstep. And then that's when we discovered that I had Crohn's. Because every time I would eat something, I'm like, man, maybe it's the food or this or that. I couldn't figure it out. But it was like I could have a sip of water, and then I got diagnosed with Crohn's. And
yeah, Crohn's is horrible.
Everyone's like, what can you eat? And my doctor's like, there's nothing you can eat, really. You have to be bland as much as possible, but you can go have Chinese food and you'll be totally fine. Then eat just white rice, and then you'll be hurting for days.
I don't think people know and understand how much pain you're in when someone has Crohn's. You know, I dated a girl a long time ago, and she had no idea what it was. And I mean, every single day, every night, it felt like she was just in so much pain until finally it was discovered what she had. And I felt bad for her. There's nothing that you could do for someone like that. It's just, I feel bad, man. I'm sorry.
It's tough. Yeah. But the good thing is we are making, for Eat Clean Bro, we are making a Pellegrino meal. I can't wait.
It's great.
Oh,
good for you.
It's going to be good.
Good job.
We're going to drop it soon.
Crohn's friendly?
Crohn's friendly.
Right.
It's going to be an empty package.
Like, ta-da, it's the Pellegrino. Like, I'm
$1.
like, was it good? He's like, man, I lost a lot of weight on your meal.
It'll be a $1 package, and we'll donate $1 to Crohn's Foundation.
Oh my God.
For research, so you can
open
start.
a box and you breathe in the air.
Yeah, so you can start.
That could set you off too, though. I'm not gonna lie.
It would be interesting to know, what is the food, Jamie, that you will not eat? What do you stay away from?
My last day I had McDonald's was my last day in the Navy, so that was December 16th, 2009. And I said, because you're stress eating and shit.
Right.
And I was like, fuck these guys. I'm never going to fucking eat this again. And I never did.
Wow. Yeah. Amazing.
You ever do that, Frank? Ever get real stressed out and just eat?
No, Frankie forgets to eat.
Yeah, I'm more of like I don't eat.
I've
don't
done
eat.
that, but I've done the naughty, like my wife will come home. She's like, "Did you eat today?" I'm like, "No, I forgot."
Yeah, I do that all the time.
She's like, "How do you fucking forget?" I'm like,
"Well, if you could,
I don't know. What'd you do?" I'm like, "I just sat here. My head just running." She's like, "You sat here for 8 hours." I'm like, "Pretty much."
Well, if the Crohn's it's probably scary to eat, right? With that type of
it's in remission really right now, to be honest with you, because I do all the IVs. Like, I have a nurse come to my house every 6 or 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of IV?
It's an infusion. I forget what.
Spinal.
They put it right here. They put it
spinal.
I just had to give blood today.
A little vodka, a little tequila.
Oh my God! Could you imagine?
What about booze, man? Could booze flare up your Crohn's?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
I'm telling you, I would have sips of water and run to the bathroom.
Fuck.
And sometimes I'm not even going to the bathroom. I'm just sitting there like
cramping. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so wild. Like, I'd be eating dinner at a restaurant, like 3 bites, and be like, I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's scary.
And it's like, it's the worst. And then you can't figure it out. So like, I wouldn't, like, in the beginning when I came to your house to the first podcast, I didn't eat all day. I didn't, because it wasn't really diagnosed. We had it, but I didn't eat all day because I was so scared that I was gonna have to use the bathroom.
Wow.
How'd that podcast do?
It was good.
You guys killed it?
Killed it.
Yeah.
Fucking killed it, right?
But I really do want my rematch.
Yeah,
I know I
gotta
can beat
make that.
Roger.
Yeah, I think he can. He's getting bigger.
And I think I could beat him in an arm wrestling match.
Dude, I asked him if you arm wrestling.
Would he do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody
Bring
has
it
to
on.
race me
I want to
too.
arm wrestle right now. Let's go, punk.
My shoulder. I don't want to hurt my shoulder. But I
Wow.
want to race him again because I know I could beat him.
I
My
think you
knee's a
can.
lot better now.
What, you guys raced?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
lost. It's pathetic. I raced Frankie too. That wasn't fair at all.
Why? You're fast, Frank?
No, but I'm not slow.
Oh, okay.
I was super fast, but I can't rub up my knees. I want to see if I could beat Roger, and he beat me. It was a low part of my life. But all my friends are like, yo, I just watched that. You raced Roger, you fucking bitch. I'm like, come on.
People
Bro,
are ruthless.
Rogers,
Yeah.
he's got a big stride, but
All
yeah.
right.
I think he knows I can beat him.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think I'm in his head.
Well, let's schedule the rematch, man.
Let's make it happen.
Me and you will be on the Champ and the Tramp podcast.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's
It'll
do
be
it.
great.
We'll get
Let's
up
make
on.
it happen.
I'll get back down there.
Let's go.
We'll
Keep this one.
Yeah, we'll keep this one. The last time I was on Frankie's podcast, kind of like the reality of my botched construction was coming to life, and I was like
Let's leave it at that.
Well, to be honest with you, I kind of went off. I'm like, I'm in a bad place. I'm not doing podcasts anymore because I was so stressed the fuck out. But you start paying down your debt millions at a time, and you start feeling better. So
owning your own business is so much fun, ain't it?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Oh man.
I just wanted to make good food for my friends, and then like there's all this other stupid shit. So, like with trying to just go fishing, right? Part of the reason the fire inspector is such an asshole is because business owners would, like, if you watch The Men Who Built America, there's like old school capitalism where they would cram workers into buildings that were unsafe.
Yeah, that was back in the day when they didn't have laws. There's so many laws. They don't
wasn't
need
that
none of
long
that
ago,
stuff
Frank.
now.
It wasn't.
I know, but there are laws that don't let that happen now.
Right,
So like, why do we need so much regulation?
Well,
That's
because
just Jersey.
people fucking-
You can't get nothing done in Jersey.
No, you can't. Yeah, no, I almost lost everything because of New Jersey, but because fucking business owners and you see these fucking people, these corner cutting motherfuckers. Like, I would never cut a corner on anything I do in my life. I never even peed in a fucking pool, dude. You guys know that? Never in my
I
fucking
actually
life.
enjoy peeing in pools. I think it's
Oh my
kind
god,
of
it's my favorite thing to do.
agree.
in
You
the whole
never
world.
peed in the
Yeah,
pool.
I
I never
really-
peed in my pool.
Yeah.
It's like,
I never,
can't pee
but
in your
like,
Oh, I
pool.
love it. Just
so
let it go.
I don't
Yeah,
understand.
I love peeing in pools.
When I do things, I want to do things
my
right.
favorite thing in the whole
Right.
world.
So like this podcast, this is an example of how I like to do things.
Yeah.
Greg calls. I'm like, fuck, actually, this is a good idea because I never did a podcast. Like, I don't want to roll some shit out half-ass or fuck shit up. Same thing with Eat Clean Bro, right? Like, you got an Eat Clean Bro meal. You could see in all the fucking details. I don't understand people who half-ass things. So when I learn about these people, and they're fucking most of them, you're like, oh man, like this is what, like, back to your point with like the fucking the fishing, they come and you're just trying to fucking do the right thing and enjoy yourself, just like me. Now there's all these fucking rules, all these police, all this, all that, and you're like, dude, just trying to cast my fucking line. I don't even want to eat the little fish. Now somebody's watching you. Because, bro, they'll fucking build a building. They won't put sprinklers in it. They'll let people burn to death. They'll fucking have live wires. People get electrocuted at work. And now that everything has to be inspected. It's insane. It's like, fuck, man. Why couldn't people just do things halfway decent? We wouldn't be here. But motherfuckers are just cutting
Everybody's looking for the
corners.
shortcuts.
You got to play the game. You can't be mad at it. So, but I'm so grateful you deleted that podcast. Maybe if it is on a hard drive, I'll listen to it someday. I may or may not have had a full little puff, a couple of joints too, which made it even worse. Because then I'm like,
Yeah.
Anxiety.
yeah. So
That's like my big thing now. Like, I come home and I get like super high. It's like
Just chill.
I have I can't.
do you like to smoke or do you like edibles?
I do both. Like, I'll eat like 20 milligrams of weed and then just smoke weed for the rest of the night. Because I can't. My hardest part is sitting down and laying down. That's where it hurts the most.
Oh,
Wow. That's
Imagine
but
that.
you can stand up. It's fine.
all day
Standing up
long.
is fine.
Like, I want to stand right now.
Wow.
I mean, you
See,
fucking
standing
can.
is
It's
like
the bro-
standing. It kind of gets me.
Tell him, James, it's the
it's
bro
the-
show.
it's the
I'm
bro
the
show.
opposite.
Anything goes to
I'm
bro
opposite.
show.
When it's all beat up, it doesn't matter where I am. Every position, like driving, like I went in Virginia, like having your son look at you and go, "You okay?" You go, "Old man." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good, you little fucker."
Oh,
Damn.
But it
Yeah.
hurts. But I just got to get it fixed again.
true.
I'm saying like I keep like, you roll? You still roll?
Yeah, I've been rolling.
You roll with your son?
I wrestled with him,
Yeah,
beat his ass last
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
He does. He's
Bro,
like,
well,
"Yeah,
yo,
lucky."
Yo, did you knee pick
We're
him?
in for it.
Did you hit him with a knee pick?
We're in for it.
Oh yeah. So I have a bet with my son. I told you that, right?
No.
So my bet with Kurt is when you're 16 years old and when you graduate high school, you could pick any discipline, whether kickboxing, boxing, which I wanted him to pick boxing to fucking light him up, wrestling, judo, gi, jiu-jitsu, no-gi, whatever. And he picks wrestling, and my wife looks at me. She's like, "Man, you are."
You're dead. You're
I was
dead.
like, "Why do you want to do wrestling? I thought you want to box or something, right?" He's like, "No, I want to wrestle you." I'm like, "Damn it." So like, what I've been doing is we try to like once a month, like I just like kind of wrestle with him. But like, it's all like, he's your kid, so he's all like, let's have like walkout music, like, in the gym, and he'll have his walkout music. I'll put mine on like a WWE, like fun,
Cool, yeah.
Play it up.
But I'm serious though. I'm like.
Yeah.
and he's laughing, because he's like, "Come on, Dad, come here." I'm like, "Don't get my head, bro. I'm broken, bro. It's gonna take a lot, So like, I'll get him down, or like he'll be winning, and like I'll choose top, and then I just smash him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's what I got. But when I would say by his senior year, I don't really stand a chance. I don't think I will. I think I'll kick.
That's
my
how
ass.
big they get.
Yeah.
College
And
definitely.
fast.
Once they hit college, it's a
Yeah,
wrap.
we're in
It's
trouble.
a wrap.
But if Kurt's in like if
jiu-jitsu, I think
if he's
we'll be
under
able to hang for a while.
140,
Jiu-jitsu can hang for a while.
jiu-jitsu, I'll smash him all day.
Yeah.
I don't care how good he thinks he is.
Yeah.
I'll beat his ass.
It's crazy how that works, man. Like it's just
I have too much time in it.
The mechanics are just like jiu-jitsu is truly the martial art that just it's the true equalizer. Like
Well, it's like wrestling. You might be able to beat Tino your whole life, right? But like if you can't move like he can move, it doesn't matter. He's shooting on you. Like you gotta let that. But jujitsu's made for old men, old women, all ages,
kids,
broken,
small people.
Yeah. Like I know a girl that's 100 pounds that will literally
Twist
just
you up.
rip you
Kill
to
you.
pieces. She's a
Yeah.
black belt.
Yes.
She's a little thing, and you're like, wow, she can't be that tough. The fucking girl will break your shit, bro.
Yeah.
Don't mess with her.
She'll kill you.
She'll really hurt you.
That's why I want my daughter to learn jiu-jitsu. You know, I'm scared she's going to use it on my son, but like that's what's cool about you guys. You know, you're teaching these kids, you're like mostly like kids, and you're teaching people real self-defense.
Yeah,
and it's also the gentle art. So
in
it's
the
not
middle of the mall shit.
Yeah. And well, the thing is with jiu-jitsu too, it's like I think, you know, cuz my dad was like a, you know, black belt, all into this shit, and he would always do like fucking jiu-jitsu moves on me, you know, triangle choke, arm bars. And really if you're in a bad position, or if you start punching and dropping elbows on someone's face, you're going to mack them up bad. But if you have someone in an arm bar, you could choose to break their arm. Like they're done. You got that arm bar in, you could say, hey, listen, buddy, you can calm the fuck down or I'll snap your arm. And then they start thinking, you know what? I think I want to keep my arm.
Or you could break their arm and say, I told you.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. But the thing,
Guilty as charged. I've done that a couple times. In practice.
but like you guys know, and like you guys are jiu-jitsu masters, so it's definitely cool. Like you could teach it, and it's truly like for one-on-one, man, it is the best thing to know, and it's great. I mean,
I think it's the ultimate
self-defense.
Self-defense.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I just saw a thing on TikTok.
And even like like, you know, people are catching court cases now for defending themselves by punching someone, hit someone. You take someone down, choke them.
They'll never know.
It's not gonna. You're
They'll
gonna
never
get.
know.
But see, that's
They
what I
leave
was
no
saying
mark. You don't
earlier.
leave a mark. You know what I
No.
mean?
I
But
tell
but
people.
I was talking about it earlier, where if you're in a bar and somebody's about to hit you, I feel like you could get in trouble for that, for defending yourself today. Today
You see, who is it? Who's
Today you
who's
could.
the kickboxer?
You could.
The dude flinched on him and he bop, bop, hit him with a two-piece.
Oh my God.
come
my
on.
God.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just saw that.
Oh, my
He
God.
fucked him up. But dude, you can't.
No, the guy was supposedly the whole story is this guy was a loudmouth the whole time.
Kept
Right.
hitting him when he walked by.
No, like but messing with everybody. The whole bar was pissed at this guy.
Right.
And he walks by. Damn, who the can't think?
Was it? I'm not gonna say Benji.
I know the video.
No.
It was beautiful.
But because of
He-
who you
dude,
guys
he
are,
hit
that
him
can
the
twice,
dude
dude.
flinched
Go
on him. He
against
went mac mac. Well, puts the two out.
Well,
Dude,
yeah,
he's a
that's-
kickboxer. He's Nate Diaz's boy. Nick and Nate's boy.
Yeah.
I just saw that yesterday.
Well, guys, I had so much fun here today.
Yeah, man.
I really
Definitely
did.
Good to kick
Thank
it
you
off
for
with you.
thank you for
Oh,
being
yeah.
my first
Oh, yeah.
episode,
Oh,
guys.
yeah,
I
man.
had
Love that.
I'll give it to you, man. Jamie,
See,
you
my
don't do
man.
anything little, you go big. Balls
Yeah.
to the wall.
That's it,
Well,
always.
we got to represent Jersey. We got to represent Region 6
You
wrestling.
did.
Hell
And
yeah.
I think that's what all brought us together too, kind of, you know? Like, you know,
Just a bunch of wrestlers.
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
that's it, man. Just
Bunch of smart wrestlers.
so yeah, man. So shout out your school one more time so people know.
Iron Army Academy. Frankie Edgar's Iron Army Academy. Route 37 in Toms River. Come check us out.
Pellegrino Mixed Martial Arts in Manasquan, New Jersey.
Nice.
187 Parker Ave. Let's rock and roll.
I'm gonna go down there and go train.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
go.
let's do it.
Let's go.
I don't know, man. I'll get broken fast.
No, dude, train with the kids.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yeah,
Dude,
we got a lot of
but
white belts,
dude,
man. A lot of
it's-
white belts, a lot of older people. It's
Yeah.
not, I have a
They're-
one woman that's, geez, I mean, I think she's in her 50s. And
I won't have
she
to be
gets
nervous
after
getting in
it.
there like
love
that.
that.
I'd be scared. I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so intimidated.
Yeah, she wants to compete, too.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm like,
All right.
she's like,
Love
am
that.
I too old to compete? I'm like, hell no.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
dude, it's been
Oh,
fucking
man.
real,
Yeah.
man. I want to see how this thing goes, man. I
Yeah.
think we had some
Oh, yeah.
good ones.
Best of luck, my man. Best of
Yeah.
luck. All right.
Good luck.
Awesome.
You
I'll
do
be-
great.
I know
I'll
you're
come
gonna
back.
kill it.
I'll come on the champ in the
Yeah,
tram.
let's do it. Let's do it. We'll
I'll-
run it back.
me and Kurt- me and
go.
Kurt will run
Let's
it
go.
back.
Make it a just region. Say, well, we'll just team up on Roger.
Oh,
And just
God.
make fun of him. It's
Big
so
time.
easy. So easy.
From Maine.
He's so tall, though.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Well, let's
It's not
fucking
that
rock.
smart, though.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you guys very much. This has been the Bro Show.
Let's
The
go.
Bro
Our first
Show.
guest, our first guest.
Fuck
I
yeah.
love
Yeah.
it. Love it.
Hell yeah.
Eat Clean Bro. They deliver fresh, healthy, chef-prepared meals right to your door. So whether you're into bodybuilding or weight loss or just trying to eat better without the hassle of cooking, Eat Clean Bro has got a ton of options for you. Gluten-free options, high-protein options, chicken parm with sweet potato mash, buffalo chicken, mac and cheese, turkey meatballs and pasta, teriyaki salmon with jasmine rice, and Eat Clean Bro delivers within 24 hours in New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania area. So if you're looking to try it out or you want help picking some meals that match your goals, head over to eatcleanbro.com right now. Eat Clean Bro. That's where to go.
Where to go.
All right, so thanks again for all our sponsors, and if you guys want to be a part of the sponsored show, reach out to us, hit us up, and message us at the Bro Show. I gotta get that straight, Jamie.
Yeah.
At the Bro Show NJ. Just message us right there on Instagram, and we'll get back to you guys. So let's do it. What is our bro key takeaway?
I think the bro key takeaway is when we were speaking to Kurt, we were speaking to Frankie and me myself.
Yep.
To get to the highest level in what you do, the level of sacrifice and dedication it takes.
That's right.
To never quit. I mean, Kurt was talking about getting his leg broken. Frankie was talking about getting. I mean, everybody can imagine getting their leg broken, right?
Yep.
These guys are like, you know what, the leg's gonna break. So like to win and to be in that level of dedication, commitment to where you're like, you know what, take the leg. That is the key takeaway to the determination, the sacrifice, the commitment you need to be successful. So I think in any aspect, any facet of life where you're trying to get ahead and you're trying to live out your dream, you have to be prepared and willing to sacrifice more than you can possibly imagine, but never lose sight of your goal and never lose sight of your dreams.
On that note, and that was great. Ladies and gentlemen, the bros that are watching us right now, that is the Bro Show key takeaway. And I think that you couldn't be any more sincere and right on. That's
Thanks,
what I
man.
took from it. 100%. Yeah, you gotta go for it.
But even your career in radio, man, how many times were you up at fucking 1:15 in the morning, right? Like how many nights did you not get to sleep?
You know, you're really right, and that's true. You know, now that I didn't even think about myself, but you're right. There were many times where I knew that the show had to go on, no matter what. You had to be there, and you had to make it happen. Whatever was going on behind the scenes, you had to take it to the air and make sure it was the best it could be.
Yeah,
you're right.
And that's what it takes. Whether
what it takes.
You're playing piano, you're doing a YouTube channel,
right? Whatever it is,
you're playing poker, you're playing blackjack.
That's
I mean,
right.
I don't know if you
That's
should
right.
play poker or blackjack, but if you're going to be a professional gambler, like
No matter what it is.
you're gonna hit some highs and some lows. So
Sure, you're right.
That's life. But that was the key. That was the bro key takeaway. And I hope you guys really enjoyed the show. I hope you had a great time with me and T. So tune in for our next one. We have some special guests in the real estate world, and we're gonna dive into some hot real estate stuff in New Jersey here. So be on the lookout.
This is the Bro Show.